What's up? It's your boy, D Change, coming at ya with another Daily Dave for Friday, April 10th, 2020. It is the 4 week, no, I don't know if it's the 4 week mark or not. Quarantine day number 25, something like that. I should look at my calendar. Kind of started this on the 16th. So we got a little bit ways to go to about a week to go until it's been a full month of this whole madness, and we probably got another 2 to 3, 4 months of this. California's a little bit stricter than the rest of the country in that sense, and I think it's been working. But it is an effort that we have to keep up until we have better tools to fight against this pandemic. Anyway, I was looking at some like you know how Facebook does that thing where it's like, hey, remember this? Your memories? Yeah, that's what they're called. Google Photos does that too, where it's like, hey, remember this that happened 3 years ago? And 3 years ago, there was a picture, and I'm like, this is crazy that this is 3 years ago. 3 years ago, I took a picture with my coworkers in Tokyo because we're having lunch together under a cherry blossom tree. And I was like, man, like, I can't believe that was 3 years ago already. The fact that I lived in Tokyo. But that in general, like, just the fact that I was living there, I was working there. Man, actually, 3 years ago, that's getting pretty close to when I stopped having that job too. Oh man, that sucks. But yeah, I just remember, like, cherry blossoms in Japan was a pretty cool experience. I was told before that it's like you're living in an anime, and it's totally true, dude. Like, because whenever you watch like animes that take place in the spring or whatever, they tend to have like the cherry blossom sakura season period or episode, and it's just like, wow, like you're just surrounded by all these pink petals everywhere, and it's basically that. It's just that the reality of it is what sucks is it only lasts for like a week and a half or whatever. At least full bloom only lasts like a week, and then it kind of rolls out in stages. And I know that one difficulty the past few years has been like, because of climate change and whatnot, like the blooming, the period of bloom has been shifting. I was under the impression that they were blooming quicker than they normally do, or was it later? I'm not sure. What sucks though, I feel bad though, because like I saw like the first year, like I lived in Tokyo for 2 years. I saw the first year's cherry blossoms. The second year, I basically missed them because I went home. I came back to the States and stayed here for like a month before going back to like look for a job again. And so I think I basically missed cherry blossom season. I might be wrong about that. No, I'm pretty sure I was gone for all of March. And I came back in April. And yeah, so I don't know. And that's weird to me too, because then I'm like thinking, wait a minute, when did I take that picture? It could have been like a delayed time or whatever. And I saw a friend post that like he got to see cherry blossoms too, so it couldn't have been that long ago. But it's, yeah. The other thing is it's different. Like I think the West gets it quicker. Jeez, it's the temperature thing. It's like the warmer the place is, the faster they'll bloom. That's basically it, right? That's how flowers work. The weather gets warmer and then they bloom. You're right. So like the southern and western parts of Japan get them first, and then as you keep going north, you see the wave of blooming. So anyway, just wanted to put that out there. Totally nostalgic about that time. And I know a lot of people make it like a point to kind of go see the cherry blossoms in winter. I mean, no, in the spring for a vacation. And I think it's worthwhile, honestly. Like if you are okay with being a little bit flexible, and or like you're okay with taking a longer vacation to kind of cover the potential period of bloom, because a lot of people like to book ahead. You might want to book like 6 months in advance or whatever. But there's also people who are like, I'm getting on a plane next week, dude. Like, I'm doing it. So it just really depends on what you like to do. But I think it's worthwhile, like, cause it just looks really nice, you know. The only unfortunate thing is everyone has the same idea, so you're just gonna have to fight crowds. I mean, I remember being a local living there or being a resident, and yeah, there's just so much more tourism. So the sad thing is I avoided all the popular spots, like, you know, Shinjuku Gyoen, which is like Shinjuku Park. Um, uh, Nipponbashi was not too bad during a weekday. But like there are specific, like Ueno Park gets like flooded. Is Ueno Park the one with the there's like there's like the rivers near the Imperial Palace or whatever, and you can ride in a flamingo boat or something like that. Anyway, there's a lot of like really popular cherry blossom spots, and they get super filled during the season, and so it gets tough. But I definitely think it's worth it. Just for the, you know, just to see it once, right? I feel like I was lucky since like living there, I got to see like local trees, and then like the ones like on my route to work, and then there were like special ones I would go see just because. So that was really cool. Not happening this year though. Well, I guess from what I've heard, there's still quite a bit of traffic in Japan, in Tokyo, and now finally like the prefectures are kind of closing down and asking very nicely for people to stay at home. So yeah, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy. It's just one of those once in 100 years types of things that happens, and it makes you realize. I don't know. It's. I think obviously I don't wish this on anyone. It's just it's good to have events like this to maintain perspective. So, but I think one thing that's helpful is to kind of, and it's so I know it's like over, like, it's really cliche, but like, just, you know, be grateful for what you do have, right? Gratitude really helps me. Like I really liked using the 5 minute journal. I liked, you know, being able to identify things that at least just made my life nice. So made me feel better. It made me at least like feel like, hey, you know what, life isn't, you don't have a lot to complain about, right? Like, you clearly could, but don't worry about it. So anyway, it was cool. Just one of those memories I wanted to bring up. I think I'll be doing more of those for future videos, just because I still haven't gotten to telling my stories yet. And I think the only reason why is because I'm not sure how I want to structure it. Like, do I want to actually incorporate it into the DailyDave, or do I want to record like a completely separate series and then kind of present those? I don't want to get too hung up on it, so I think I'll decide soon how I'm gonna do that. And I don't know if I want to mix them into like partial pandemic updates / life updates, but also tell the story at the same time. That's the only thing I'm like kind of hung up on right now. So we'll see. Otherwise, that's in the works, because I'm gonna be honest, I'm running out of content. I'm running out of ideas. Just like it's always like past midnight, and I'm like, oh, I don't know what I don't know what to talk about. Let's pick a random subject from a hat. Actually, I should do that. I should write down ideas, put them in a hat, shake it up, and then pick one out, and then be like, here we go. It's like when Dave Chappelle goes like, this is how I write jokes, right? So anyway, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you've been able to see the cherry blossoms in the past. If not, you'll get the chance in the future. Yeah, otherwise, stay healthy, stay safe, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Peace out.